Hi guys, I'm Noemi from Lasciva Culina. We are back again, and this video will be another part of our Christmas special edition mini-series. Ooh, and this one will be even special because, as you can see, I have a guest star. Oh, he's Imi, he's my brother, and he is a professional chef. So today, he will help us to cook another amazing, super tasty Hungarian traditional Christmas dish, which is today will be Halászlé, fish soup. It's a really rich, super tasty, amazing winter Christmas star. And don't worry, lovely vegan people, I have a plan for you as well. I will do the vegan one. It will be a bit tricky, but why not be adventurous? So, hello Amy.
Hello.
Hi to the guys. And actually, just let's start cooking. Okay, so we will start with the ingredients, prepping the ingredients. What a big surprise for a Hungarian dish. We need a lot of onion. Yeah, this is actually the base of everything. So what we will do so exciting, I will peeling and Amy will cutting the onions because he's so much better in that than me. Okay, so let's start doing it. Okay, this is a big one. Oh yeah, my gosh, this crying part was hilarious.
Oops.
Oh, no, wait. Don't worry, not will be all of it in the vid, so. Oh, okay, so the good thing making the not vegan and the vegan in the same time, it's totally possible because the base is the same till you put the fish into the whole process. So what we're doing now, actually prepping the ingredients for both base. We just did, or still doing, cutting the red onion for the base.
No, white onion, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, white onion, sorry. Now, because in Hungarian we call this red onion, so sometimes it's confusing. So the white onion, but you could use any type of onion you prefer. But yeah, so we...
Actually, it's better white onion, sorry.
Yeah, it's better with white onion and cheese. Let me cry out my onion experience. Yeah, so white onion, that's the best. So we will use some carrots.
Mostly because I would say it's nice to put some flavor in and nice to use some vegetables, not some magical powder.
Yeah,
but
so
actually it would be the same, just chemically infused.
yeah, so what actually we're doing now, instead of some veggie stock or any kind of powder stock, we just put in some fresh vegetables because we will need to mash all of it. So it's just the usual ingredients: carrots, turnips,
Parsnip.
yeah, he knows how to say that. So actually,
Just
roughly chopped, yeah.
Chop, exactly.
Yeah.
Because it will be cook wholly through, and after it will be pass it through or
Yeah.
blitz it, so it doesn't really matter what
Yes,
kind of.
yeah.
Basically, the main thing is roughly have to be the same size. You can't really overcook it, so no problem.
I mean, I love about home cooking, you could be messy, it's so much more honest. And it's Christmas, so you have enough stress. So we're moving on to my enemy word.
Parsnips.
Thank you. So I need to peel this as well. Okay, something like that.
Something like that, but you have to.
Ah, here you are. Oh,
Don't be like my KPs.
here you are. Yeah, I was waiting for that. So it's roughly chopping.
The main thing is usually you can cut however you want. I mean, with that you don't need to use the whole thing. Usually lots of people, you know, they're afraid to cut it smaller one. But if it's smaller one and you are easy to be able to handle the thing, how you want to cut it. Doesn't really matter how much you cut it before.
Okay, so in the same time while he's chopping, I move on the celery part, and yeah, and actually this would be better. Yeah, so it's a lot of work. I mean, it's worth it, so the taste will be amazing. This is another ingredient which is different from, so in a traditional Hungarian one, a fishy one, fish soup, you don't need potato, but I would like to put some potato in the vegan one, because this will help to give a little body of the soup. So I could say some sort of replacement of a fish. So I will peel that quickly, but in the same time, actually, Amy could, so you wanna cut the paprika or the tomato? So yeah, so the paprika and the tomato is the same base for the fish soup, traditional and the vegan as well.
The Hungarian fish soup usually it's lots of different variants, depends on which countryside you came from.
Yeah.
Some of them like to have to put some pasta in it, some like have to put potato cubes in it, different variation, different things. Some people like to make it really hot, but with lots of foods usually it just depends on how we like it.
Yeah, so for me, of course, the fish soup is how, yeah, my parents made it, or it's actually just sort of simple but super flavorful. So no pasta, no potato, nothing bullshit in it, just the pure fish flavor and liquid, and of course a lot of paprika. So the other thing I would like to use in the vegan one, and yeah, you know me, I'm always using this Hungarian secret power, the green paprika. I love this so much. Even you could put in a traditional Hungarian one if you want, if you like a little bit of spice and kick. Another funny ingredients I will need to use. So eggplant. It's definitely not
Aubergine.
Aubergine, yeah, if you wanna be
British.
Or poshy. So because you would like to have another fish replacement, and actually I did a little research and find a few recipes using aubergine as a fish element, and I find it actually cool. So what you're doing is first cutting half the aubergine, and then you cutting slices like this. Yeah, now you can see my cutting technique. It's way, yes, home cooking. That went on. Yeah, and it sort of look like fish. I mean, in a funny way. And another thing, what you want to make more fish shaped. Oh shit! Yeah, of course. So you're cutting off the middle, and don't worry, we will use this as well. So I would say it's sort of fish shaped. So you're just putting aside. So yeah, that's a little extra prep for the vegan, but it looks cute. We need every extra veggie flavor in the soup. So you just cut in small cubes the middle, put, yeah, whatever, put next to the potato we will use in the soup while we cooking it. Okay.
So first we will be salting some of the fish what we're using in the soup, what we'll be eating, the shape what we try
I'm
to.
just showing you why we cut the aubergine like this.
We have some fish bits as well, what usually we're using just for the soup, like heads and the tail bits and even the bones. Everything has a lot of flavor what we wanna cook out from it usually. The fish really likes salt, really needs a lot of salt to make its flavor. and that's why I'm starting to put some salt now for both of them. This will be just later on used, but you can almost never give enough salt for the fish.
Yeah, and I will doing my vegan part and faking fish. So yeah, the aubergine you know need to be salted as well. It helps with getting out the liquid you don't want to use, because we will fry these ones later, and then for that you definitely don't want any mushy, watery aubergine. So that's the funny part. We will do the same thing, but he will do with the fish and I will do with the aubergine. So let's start sauteing. Yeah, it's weird in a way what's happening.
But you don't need that many salt anyway.
Okay, so you just put it aside, fridge, whatever you want to do, and we will start the base of the soup. Boom! Alright, so then if you prepped all your ingredients, what you need, a huge pot, and then some oil, vegetable oil.
Preferably sunflower.
Yeah. And so yeah, you need some oil. And then yeah, put onion.
Lots of onion.
Lots of onion. Oh, yeah, save for my vegan one as well. Onion heaven. Hopefully I won't cry again. While we are waiting for the onion, we can drink. So the next step, when you cook it enough, the onion,
then it's kind of see-through.
Yeah, it's getting transparent, something like that. Then Hungarian magic, paprika. He doesn't like to use smoked paprika. Actually, he's right with the traditional one. You're using a normal paprika.
Unsmoked.
Unsmoked, yeah, but don't worry, I will use my favorite smoked paprika. But yeah, I'm actually using a lot. And what we've been talking about in the previous videos, without the steam, what you need to be aware now, you don't want to burn your paprika. So you need to a bit down the heat, and being aware of that, constantly stirring, and yeah, and a little bit more oil if you need.
Because the paprika itself, it's dissolving in oil and not in water. You want to make sure you dissolve it.
Yeah, if you,
and
yeah.
You don't have the powder itself.
Yeah, you want to get the flavor out. So you want to get the flavor out, so that's why you need oil to just, yeah, get the flavor.
You can use fat, but most likely it's an old school way.
Oh yeah, that
using like pork fat.
He's right. Actually, the super traditional Hungarian recipe would say pork fat, which yeah, nowadays, or yeah, any kind of fat you have at home, but yeah, nowadays you don't have any fat at home. But yeah, so if you want to be super old school, super Hungarian traditional, and if you have fat at home, then use that. It's getting more flavor to this. But even oil, vegetable oil, it's good. So yeah. Okay, and then next are roughly chopped veggies. The same process. We wanna give them a nice paprika color. Okay, so we need to wait a bit. Alright, so after the carrots and the veggies, we're putting in the paprika and tomato. So, oh my god, fish! But yeah, so he's a professional. That's why I asked him to help out today.
And some water.
Yeah, and then straight away. Oh, but we forgot salt and pepper.
Salt has inside the
fish, but yeah, so maybe just some extra flavor for why not. So what would you say? It's a 2 liter water, 3?
Depends on how much fish you
Yeah,
want.
so you want to cover. So
Make sure you cover your fish.
Yeah, cover your fish and things inside the pot.
Yes.
Yeah, and from
And
now.
the time, it will be long, like 2.5 hours, until the fish meat coming out of the bone. You want to cook it.
So now we're moving on to the vegan one, which is, we're making the base of the vegan. I'm using olive oil. He hates that so much, but yeah, so actually better if you can use olive oil, but if you're using vegetable oil, that would be great. Yeah, so the nice amount of oil, any type, but in the same time, you want to get out of the flavors. The half of it, I mean. Something like that. And what a surprise! You just, you want the same result with the traditional one. Okay, so the fish soup, I think it's a family tradition as well. We have childhood memories about. I mean, you were the one who been cooking the fish soup with my dad, because I was freaking out of the fish, even when we were child.
I think because not a lot of things what my father used to cook, or cooking. And it was like a family, it was like a manly thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, oh, is he doing the fish soup? Then I want to know as well how to do it.
Well, what do you think?
Actually, I like fish soup, so I wanted to know how to make it.
Well, working with a live fish, make difference the taste, or what they say?
It's much fresher for sure. So the fresher the fish, usually the better. It used to be, it's like in Hungarian, it's not fish soup, it's fisher soup. Because the fishers usually they cut the fish and straight away in a fire they cooked outside. So it's really nice to cook, by the way, in open fire.
Yes, it's true, but okay, come on. So smoked paprika, that's my favorite.
Are you using normal paprika as well?
It's a tiny bit. It's in a tiny bit of normal paprika in it. No, but you could say it's a vegan one, so you need
different flavor.
You need the extra flavor. I will use more. Okay, but then because I cannot do, but then I just will put all the veggies in. So a lot of veggies in once.
I would say in the worst case scenario, you can even easily make in a sideways some oil and paprika and add to it if it's not enough for your taste.
Okay.
But still better to
add
extra later.
Okay, but in the same time I would put the aubergine and the potato in it as well.
Because you will be cooking through everything,
you
can add to it, but most likely it will be well before the vegetables start to, the carrots and the parsnip will be cooking, the potato will be overcooked already. But because if we cook everything and blitz it through or
and we will mash.
Using a mixer to mix it.
Here we need salt because we don't have the fish. Yeah.
Okay, so just asking.
Okay.
As well.
So it's still sort of similar process. Tomato, paprika, and my favorite green pepper is getting in.
It's kind of like a chili pepper. Just
it's a
little bit
Hungarian,
lighter and mixed with like a bell pepper, but it's hot.
Yeah, it's a marriage of a chili and a bell pepper.
Yeah.
Or
the Hungarian bell pepper. The Hungarian bell pepper is like the yellow paprika. Yeah.
And then what? And then now we get into the part you've been talking about seaweed. So that's a strange thing for me, but yeah, of course. So you need to have some fish replacement or reminder or whatever. You want to have the fishy flavor in a vegan one. And we will.
The vegan fish soup, you have to some lake taste.
So and then it's not the most sexiest thing in the world, but so you're using dried seaweed, just tear in pieces, soak in the water 30 minutes or 2 hours, whatever. So longer is better.
Half an hour.
And then you get already in the water, it's soaked in the fishy flavor, but we just pouring in all of it because then we will just processing it, so you won't have these weird black pieces. So yeah, we're just adding to this, and actually from now we're doing the same what you did with when the fish and the veggies been in. It's just covering with water. So I think now I would say just leave like this, and yeah, I would cook half an hour, 40 minutes.
It depends on the vegetables, but roughly half an hour maximum.
Yeah, so what you need, you just need to check on the veggies, and when it's super tender, then this is the time when you move on to the next step.
Most likely the carrots will be the last one what will be
so
cooked.
let's leave this cooking. So the soups are almost ready for the next phase, but while we're waiting for a little bit to cook the veggies, we have another job to do, prep. So actually this is our vegan fish, and we will fry the aubergine slices. What you need to do before that, because we put salt on it, so the purpose was get rid of the liquid, the extra liquid what is in the aubergine, so that's why we're doing this process, putting between two parts of paper towel. Yeah, I will leave this in. No, but you don't want to over fry this, it's just you want a little color on both sides. Okay, so oh, we're getting a nice fry situation with the aubergine. Ooh, yeah, oh yeah, it's more than nice. Frying on the other side, and then we're putting on that plate. And actually that's the prep for our vegan fish. And we will move on to the soup. Ooh, boom, vegan fish, done. Okay, so we cooked through in the soup the veggies, and now what we want to do, we want to give body to our soup. So we will put the cooked veggies in a food processor. It will be some sort of like cream soup, but more liquidy. És amúgy szerintem amúgy sem baj, mert ezt fel kell majd húzni vízzel, hogy... We're just pouring back the whole soup. Now the good news, our soup has a nice body. So when we will plating, so there will be this rich soup in the bowl, and we will put the
you can taste it
the aubergine fishes in the soup. So the vegan, you just leave like this, cooking for 10-15 minutes, whatever. Don't be... So yeah, just cook a little bit, and then actually it's ready to plate. Alright, so we waited enough for the fishy one as well, and now starting the hard work. And he will do that, of course. So yeah, what you doing...
The main difference is, the main thing is, because the fish has lots of bones in it, you have to pass it through the chinois, and you have to pass it through with all the meat, and it will be all the meat flavor, the meat itself, like a puree inside the soup.
Yeah, it's a little bit take time, but it's definitely worth it because it's so tasty, and you don't want to waste any super flavor.
First it will be really liquidy, and after you can see it's slowly getting more thick and thick. The meat parts coming through, and it will be this until you finish with the soup.
But when you have this much of liquid, then actually what it could a little bit speed it up, the whole process. In this liquid, we will pour this into this pot, and we will cook on a side these fish slices. And what is this?
It's inside from the fish. It's like caviar.
Yeah, so it's the inside part of the fish. But actually that's give another great taste of it.
Some people don't like it, some people like it.
So it's an easy thing. Yeah, I'm just pouring this here in the pot, and yeah, we just putting in the slices. And I just put this in, yeah. Just spoon in. Yeah, and cook for 30 minutes or so, 20.
It depends on the fish, you have to check the fish, I don't know.
Okay,
exactly.
but like I would say
half an hour.
20, around 20 minutes is worth to check. Is it cooked or not? Yeah, so this is going to the side on the oven, cook. Okay, so amazing. Finally, all the soups are ready. So one thing just left is plating. So let's start with the fish soup. Yeah, all the goodies going inside to this nice plate. So it's a slice of fish. And then a lot of, yay, just for fun. Okay, and for the vegan one, nice smoky, fishy flavored, veggie soup, to be honest. Go with the vegan fish. Yeah. Oh yeah, one, why not? Ooh. Yeah, it's a bit different, but this is traditional Hungarian and this is vegan. Yum. Merry Christmas.